Hi again everyone, it's Sammy here with another one of your Recovery Devon dailies. So we are in, I think it's like number 70 of our dailies now. So this morning I was really trying to rack my brains about what I could do a daily on. And I was thinking about the books that I'd read on kind of mental health and recovery, and remembered a specific book that was really helpful when I first moved to Exeter. It's probably it's a very famous book, so you might have heard of it. It's by an author called Matt Haig. He's very popular. He's written quite a few books, and I think he's now writing children's books, which is great. So I went to go and get my copy of the book, and I realised that my absolute favourite I've given to somebody else. But I do have another one of his that I really like as well. So my absolute favourite of his is called Reasons to Stay Alive. You may have heard of it, you may have read it yourself, but it is an absolutely brilliant book, all about his journey through depression and suicidal thoughts and how he came out the other side. It's also a very realistic book, so he talks quite a lot about the ups and downs and the reasons why he's grateful that he is alive. It is beautifully written. I really can't recommend it enough. It is a really special book. It's a really nice read, and as well as being realistic, it's also quite uplifting. It's kind of like got that line quite nice. It's not a story of recovery that's all, roses at the end of it. It's more realistic than that, but it also does inspire and kind of provide this message of hope for people. So it is one that I would recommend, and I have a quote from it just to read to you. It's one of my absolute favourite quotes, so I thought I would just share it with you guys. So this one is from Reasons to Stay Alive. Depression is also smaller than you, always. It is smaller than you even when it feels vast. It operates within you. You do not operate within it. It may be a dark cloud passing across the sky, but if that is the metaphor, you are the sky. You were there before it, and the cloud can't exist without the sky, but the sky can exist without the cloud. Which I just think is a really nice way of describing things. So yeah, that's a really good book to read. I would really recommend it. It is, I checked before doing this video because I was going to buy myself another copy. It is on sale on Amazon at the moment, and you can get a Kindle and a audiobook version. So yeah, I would really recommend it. It's a very hopeful book, but again, it's also very realistic about the journey and the struggles. Another book he's written is Notes on a Nervous Planet. It's not a new book. It was written quite a while ago, and I think I bought it about a year ago, when I was feeling a bit anxious about how the world was kind of going. And it is a good book to read. Again, it gets hopeful as you go through it. So it starts off quite bleak, but then it gets more and more hopeful as you go along. The back of it says, what if the way we live was engineered to make us unhappy, and what if there was something we could do about it? So he just basically talks about how to kind of survive in the world, which is just quite a nice read. So yeah, those two, and he does have more out, and like I said, he's got some children books which are quite nice for children to read. There's one called The Truth Pixie that I have actually bought for Freddie. It's a bit too old for her at the moment, but it's up in her bookcase ready for when she wants to read it. So yeah, that's the daily for today. Matt Haig, brilliant author. Reasons to Stay Alive. Would recommend it. Hope you're all well. Thank you for joining us.